Hey, what's up, everybody? Today we're going to take a look at our camp preview for the Cowboys offense. This is serious. Boom! All right, guys. So we're just a few weeks away from Cowboys training camp, and in this video, we're going to take a look at the offensive side of the ball. We're going to take a look at, the positives and where we might be lacking in some areas, and we're going to forecast what we're going to do here as we head towards training camp 2021. Okay, guys. So let's get right into it. Here we go. Biggest headline in the offseason obviously was Dak Prescott signing that 4-year deal for $160 million. Now it's all about, getting everything together. Offensive line, quarterback, coordinator, Mike McCarthy, the system, and let's hum. This offense needs to get going and hum on all cylinders. They got to protect them, though. You made a big investment. It's all going to come down to that offensive line. Let's see what they do in training camp, preseason, and the regular season, guys. Mike McCarthy brought in his guy, Ben McAdoo, former offensive coordinator, quarterback coach there for the Packers, and former Giants head coach. So there's some familiarity here. I think he's brought in here to really tighten up what he wants on his offense. I think you're gonna see more of a Green Bay type of offense here with McAdoo in the fold here. I think it's gonna look a little bit different, but very effective. Like I just mentioned, the offensive line was the biggest part of this disaster, the dominoes that fell early, and it started with the big men up front. Tyron Smith, La'el Collins, both went out very early in the season, and it was just a complete disaster from there. They had to start Terrence Steele at right tackle right off the jump, and you had to go with Brandon Knight there at left tackle, and shifting a bunch of players left and right. So there was too many injuries on this offensive line. So we're hearing all the right things from La'el Collins, looking better, looking leaner, lighter on his feet and this sort of thing. But it's all on paper right now. Especially for these guys that are there. I would say Tyron Smith is injury prone. La'el Collins, he does have some injury concerns as well, not as bad, but we'll see, man. We'll have to see how they look when the bullets start flying, because that's when it's gonna happen. These guys are gonna get their vet days. Cowboys are really known for doing that. Preseason, I don't expect them to see too much action. I think they should, but they probably won't. How will they look when they're out of the bubble wrap? That's the biggest thing. Did the Cowboys do enough to fortify this offensive line? They brought in Ty Nsekhe from Buffalo. They drafted Josh Ball out of Marshall, and they like him a lot. So let's see what the Cowboys do. Do you think they did enough? Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Our two-headed beast is back again, with Ezekiel Elliott and Tony Pollard in the backfield, and we're going to see what these guys do when they get their big behemoths up front. You get Tyron Smith, Zach Martin, La'el Collins up front in an improved Tyler Biadasz. These guys should be able to feast all day, every game. Okay, so like I said, you got to protect Dak Prescott, and you got to open up some holes for these running backs. As good as they are, they still need some help up there up front to open up some lanes. We need to bust some big home run plays. We only had one 42-yard run the entire season, and that was Tony Pollard against Minnesota. Ezekiel Elliott, I think he had one run over 30 yards, and that was it. So we need more long home runs from these running backs, okay? And they can do it. It's just about getting these guys to the second level and blowing up those linebackers and let these guys do their thing. You know what I mean? All right, let's get into the camp battles here now. On the offensive side, the quarterbacks, Dak Prescott, obviously your number one quarterback, and then it's all up in the air after that. Competition is open. All right, who will be the number two quarterback, and will they carry three quarterbacks? Last year they carried three. They carried DiNucci. This year, I really don't think that they're going to carry three. I think it's going to be two, and that's it. They're going to develop that third quarterback. Now, for my money, I think it's going to be Garrett Gilbert as that number two. They do have Cooper Rush in the mix as well, and they have DiNucci. But, man, I don't know. I think DiNucci is still very, very raw in his mechanics, his decision-making. You were hearing a lot of interceptions during minicamp. I don't like that. I didn't like hearing that. We'll see if he's able to clean that up in a training camp. But for me, it's probably going to be Prescott. It's probably going to be Gilbert, barring a veteran signing. All right, guys, let me know what you guys think about the quarterback position. looking at the running back camp battles, will they actually keep a fullback this year? They did activate Shaywell at the end of the year, but that was at the end of the year. They were pretty beat up. They were going to give some reps to alleviate some of the injuries that we took on at the end of the year. But it's going to be Zeke. It's going to be Pollard. I think Rico Dowdle is a good, strong number 3 candidate. So after that, I don't see them carrying any of the other running backs that are on the roster. You have a couple of other guys that are camp bodies, but it's going to come down to, do they carry a fullback? Will it be Shaywell? Will it be Nick Ralston out of the Raging Cajuns? Will they carry him? He looks like a traditional fullback, a fullback kind of like John Kuhn, kind of like the familiar fullback that McCarthy's kind of used to. So we'll see what they do there. All right, taking a look at the wide receivers. How many wide receivers will Dallas carry? Typically they carry 5. Will they go deeper there? If you go short at another position, will they go a little bit deeper here? Obviously, you got the big 3, Amari, you got Gallup, and you have CeeDee Lamb, who has packed on 15 pounds of muscle. He looks bigger, he looks quicker, he looks fast. He's ready to take that lead here, and I think he will. I really do. I think Amari's going to deal with some injuries. He's got these foot issues that always come up. I think Lamb is going to have a really good year. It's going to come down to who's going to win those final positions. Cedric Wilson, Noah Brown, Simi Fehoko. And then for me, I'm a big fan of Aaron Parker. I think he has a good shot at this. So it's going to come down to who has more value in special teams. Is it Cedric? Is it Noah? Is it Simi Fehoko? Is Aaron Parker sneaking here? Do they continue to flush this out and churn that position group? Let me know what you guys think about the wide receivers. I think the tight end group is an interesting group this year. For me, Dalton Schultz is your tight end 1. I think he earned that position, and we just got to see what Jarwin does. How does he look after injury? He was out on the field doing some drills. How he caught some passes, this sort of thing. So he's on track to be a piece of this offense. So that's good. So Schultz and Jarwin are your 2. McEwen, I think, is in the mix here. I think he's very, very in the mix. I think they like him a lot. They did bring in Jeremy Sprinkle, but I think this is more of a camp body type of player. But I think the competition will be there at the bottom there between McEwen, Sprinkle, and some of the other guys that they brought in here during the offseason. Guys, let me know if you think they're going to have a third tight end on this team, or do they just carry 2? We finish it off with the Behemoths, the offensive line. The season hinges on this group. Has Dallas done enough to handle these injuries? So we get Lyle Collins, Zach Martin, and Tyron Smith back from all those injuries, But you're starting to see a little bit of a revamp. They've done some things here in the offseason. C. Will, he's in a contract year. Tyler Biadasz, all reports are that he is taking a leadership role there, spearheading that group. So you do like to see that. He looks bigger to me. I see what he's been doing in the offseason. He looks ready. He looks good to go. Now, will that health hold up? You do have Connor McGovern in the mix. Can he beat out Connor Williams at that left guard? I don't know if he's ready for that, but it should be a battle. Josh Ball, they like him a lot there. Is he somebody that they're going to groom? He'll make this team. So really it's going to come down to after that. Terrence Steele, Brandon Knight, will he make this team? They like him as a guard. He gave us some tackle position. Terrence Steele, I think, man, I don't know, man. He was not that good. I think they're looking to get somebody in here to beat him out, and I think that's why they drafted Ball, and that's why they drafted this. That's why they added Ty Nsekhe to that group. All right, and obviously you have Fournier. Will he give you depth there at the center position? All right, guys. So that's my preview of the Cowboys 2021 Cowboys offense. All right, let me know what you guys think. Continue to like, subscribe, and share. Shout out to everybody that's been rocking it throughout the offseason and as we head towards training camp. Can't wait to see what these guys do in this season coming up, guys. Peace!